Hey everyone, and welcome to Sheep vs. Wolf made by Gallus. In this video I will talk about how to be a pro sheep. I will show you how to get to the Imperial Age under 30 minutes, or at least close to 30 minutes, regardless of your civ, regardless of the map. Here we go. I've sped up the game to 3 times real time, just to save you guys some time. I assume that you know the basics and you know how to sheep, so I won't go into all the details. I'll just show you how to be more efficient and how to reach the Imperial Age that fast. So here we are. We are cutting super fast, 2.5 times real time. You notice I start building bushes right away. Of course, I could clear the whole area of trees and then start building bushes, but this would probably cost me another 20 to 30 seconds. So that time is loss of income, loss of bushes that I could have built, and ultimately it slows you down getting to the Imperial Age fast. So I don't cut trees, I just cut the trees necessary. Every tree I cut, I build a bush right away. Tree cut, bam, bush. Another tree cut, bam, another bush. This is how I continue until I have 25 bush. If you're a pro, you know you always build your bush together. You plan ahead, you make sure not to waste time, not to waste space. So at this point, I know exactly that I'm going to have a square of bushes right there and a little triangle at the finish, and I'm going to need a 4x4 square right here where my town center will be. So this is all pretty straightforward. Town center is built. Once it's built, I have 500 gold, a little more, and click up to the Feudal Age. I clean some trees to build my university, and I close the forest a little bit because, you know, real time, wolves will probably not search in this place very early, but I'm gonna close it anyway just to keep it realistic. A little bit of closing. So I've clicked up to the Feudal Age, I've built my university. Next thing I build is my market, and at this point I'm gonna slow the game down a little bit, because at this point it starts to get really important. What I'm going to do to be at the Imperial Age 30 minutes is use the market. Sell 200 stone, buy 100 wood, and you can click up the small fruit tree with every civilization. No matter if you're a merchant, Aegis bringer, destroyer, survivor, whatever, sell 200 stone, buy 100 wood. Upgrade the trees. Next thing you do is you're gonna sell back another 100 wood, because the next upgrade you want is the Castle Age upgrade. So right here I'm waiting to get another 100 wood, which I'm going to sell, and then I'm going to wait to get to the Castle Age. I'm gonna speed it up again. There it is, 100 wood, I sold it, and now I'm just waiting for the Castle Age resources. 100 wood, 200 stone, 800 gold. It'll come in just a minute, and I have exactly enough. I'll probably have a little extra wood. But that's okay, because I need that wood for the upgrade of my bush again later. So here we go, towards the Castle Age. Again, in the Castle Age, I'm going to use the market to balance it out perfectly. All I want is the upgrade of my trees and the upgrade towards the Imperial Age. If you're a merchant at this point, you don't have to buy anything. If you're any other civ than merchant, you have to buy 100 wood at this point. Remember that. If you're Aegis bringer, any other civ than merchant has to buy 100 wood here, because he won't have enough wood to upgrade to greater fruit tree. Because merchant has cheaper upgrade, it can almost instantly. In this case I'm very fast because there's no lag, but I just have to wait a couple of seconds for the resources to come in, and bam, there we go, it's upgrading towards greater fruit tree. Next thing I do is I'm going to sell off every 100 stone and every 100 wood that I get at this point, until I have 1,000 gold. I'm gonna keep selling. I'm gonna speed it up because it's boring. You see me selling every 100 wood, every 100 stone I get, until I have 1,000 gold. Here we go, I have 1,000 gold. At this point I'm going to stop selling stone, and I'm going to sell 200 or 300 more wood. The reason is because I want to balance it out perfectly. So at 1,000 gold, stop selling stone, and right here I'm at 1387, around 1400 you can stop selling wood as well, because you need 200 wood, 2k gold, and 300 stone to get to the Imperial Age. So all I do is I want to have these resources exactly at the time I want to click up. I also take a look at the market prices, because if there's like 2 or 3 other pro players out there, the market prices will, drastically go down. Instead of 64, you'll maybe have 50. Usually I ask myself, is it worth, selling for 50 gold? I usually stop selling because the market prices are just too bad. So right here you see I have 200 wood, over 300 stone, and I'm missing a little gold, so I'm waiting, and I'm going to click up between 25 and 26 minutes towards the Imperial Age. Because I'm merchant, I will hardly have to buy back any resources. But again, I'm going to use the market to make sure that I have exactly enough resources. So I'll buy 100 wood here, that I have exactly enough resources to upgrade the final large tree upgrade. If you're any other civ than merchant, you'll have to buy more at the market to get that upgrade. Because, merchant has cheaper upgrades, so at this point I'm just waiting. I need 700 wood, I need I think 480 or something stone, around 500, so I probably have enough gold. Wood, I probably need to buy 100 stone, but again, the first thing I want to do, there it is, 28 minutes 30 seconds. First thing I did is upgrade that greater fruit tree. So now I'm going to build a hole in order to gather stone. I've upgraded it at TC. I'm going to buy some wood so that I can actually build the hole. And this is the final thing I want to talk about in this video. The placement of the hole is very important. So here it is. Under 30 minutes, large fruit tree is done. A hole costs 400 wood, and I'll do healthy hooves after that. But first, I'm going to build that hole right now. I'm going to build it right there, because these 2 squares left of the hole, so the west of the hole, those 2 have to be free. That's why I cut those trees. Doing healthy hooves, you'll see the sheep right here. You see the sheep right there. Well, here it is. It's on the left side of the hole. It doesn't actually move on the hole, it moves on the left of the hole. And this is important because if you block those 2 squares, like with an outpost, a cliff, a town center, whatever, your sheep will not take stone as efficiently as it possibly can. So it's important to keep those 2 squares free. So I'm doing conditions right here, and that'll be the end of this video. After this, you can do treadmill crane, you save some gold, you get chemistry, you make a base, you rush, whatever you wish. I'll talk about that maybe in another video. For this time, thanks for watching, and hope to see and play you next time. Bye.